Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. There's a traffic jam somewhere. These kind of things we do have to keep an eye on. So let's just have a quick look. Okay. What is full here? Actually, nothing is full here, and that's kind of partially what is the issue. I guess we could just send one of them away, the fuller of the two away. That should be okay. So I guess we... Wow, look at this. Still massive amounts of these things that's being moved. So are we... Yeah, I think we're generating a reasonable amount, right? So, and we are constantly bringing in people here, right? That's not quite the amount I would have liked, but anyway, we'll bring in some more people. Too many places for them to work. Okay, now... so we'll keep an eye on all the various things that we have. We're still busy building vehicles for a variety of different use cases. These guys are being snapped up as quickly as we build them. And over here we are now starting to bring in more and more people. So, right, all of these things are up and running. People are living in these areas. Not really students attending any of these facilities, right? But if we have a quick look, all of these buildings can actually get there, right? So, strictly speaking, people should be coming into this area. But I'm assuming all of them are... Yeah, well, it's interesting. Well, they're all reasonably educated. Yeah, all good, all good, all good. Now, I guess what we need to do now is expand this operation. Now, I think one of the things we'll do is we'll add a few more buildings in this area. Let's just see. We don't have all that much spare capacity on some of these things. What about this guy? This guy is the one that I'm most worried about. So I guess we can build another round of buildings. So let's grab... If we did maybe something like this, right? If we did maybe 2 or 3 of them... and have a bit of a park in the middle is kind of what I'm thinking might be a pretty good idea. So if we did maybe... Let's start off with one. We could also still have something on the corners there. So if we did maybe... Are we... Oh, we're not picking up... okay, so if we did that, we'll pick up the current sewage network. So maybe we do something like this where we can, in fact, do that. Right, and then if we did... Yeah, even this side works because we're picking up on that side. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I like the idea of doing this. So let's do that. That will bring us a lot of extra people, capacity for more people in here. So let's quickly decide on where these paths will be going. I think as a starting point, we'll be running a path just like that. Okay, and we'll do something like this. Guess we'll do something like that. So that we're gonna get a path in place. Okay, there we go. So that's maybe the starting point here. Now, I'm thinking what we'll also do is we will cut across here and straight into the middle like that. But instead of... Well, I think the idea is that we do maybe something like this. Maybe something like that. And then we have a path out this way. And a path out... Yeah, I guess that way, right? And then we'll do this, do that, and do that. And I might just go ahead and pay for those, and then we can tie in the rest, right? So let's do this, 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 this. And we'll pay for those, and then that should kind of work. Okay, so that should be okay. I'm almost tempted to do this also. Okay, so there we go. So now this construction can start, and we can start bringing in some more people in here. They should be quite nicely accessible to everything here. Yeah, absolutely. It's still pretty well connected in this area. So they can start building that, and it'll start building, bringing in some more stuff. What we could do is we could put a little bit of a statue in the middle there. That's actually a pretty good spot for a statue. Maybe not a massive statue, but something smallish, reasonable. What do we have here? Oh, no. That's pretty good. Oh, no, that's too much. Way too much. Way too much. Anything a little smaller. I do like some of these, right? Yeah, I mean, just a little something like that, really. I may just pay for that, to be honest. We've got that going. Why is it... I guess it's people who wanted to go and work there, really. So we'll do that. And what we might do is we might just add a few trees in here. Let's do something like this. No, let's something larger. Maybe like a beech tree, right? So we'll do maybe not a curated piece, but instead we'll do a nice dense little tree-lined park and stuff like this, right? So something like that will get us quite a bit of trees in the middle there. That's good. Okay, good. Now let's pop back over here and have a look at what is happening with our mine. Ooh, look at this! That is built. This is built. This is still under construction. And we have the helicopters and everybody working on that. This is built. This is all good. This is getting there. This is built already. What is this? Oh, this is the tunnel. Okay. Wow. So that's moving pretty quickly. What is this guy? It's the same as that one. Oh, okay. So we've got one setup in place here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So from here, we'll have to move things through to the other side, right? So what are we doing here? This is fuel fabrication. Fuel fabrication, right? So this was uranium conversion. Yeah, so it's UF6. Okay, fine. So we'll do that. So this one gives us 1.7 tons of uranium oxide. This one uses about that much, and with and gives us 1 ton of UF6, and then we just need to figure out what the next one does. I mean, we'll have to build at least one, of course, but I just want to have a quick look if we can see what this fabrication one does. It takes about half. Okay. So we could actually build 2 of them. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. I would have... Okay, so we can... What I'm doing is I'm going to pay for the building of these little road segments. Right, so at least we can get the trucks and everything in play here. Okay, now, let us continue construction, and that construction is underway. So let us assign some construction crews here. Vasistavi, you can come in, and we can build all of this stuff. Yeah, please build all of that. Yeah. And apart from Vasistavi, we can get the lesser construction crews in here, please. We can have lesser helicopters as well. There we go. Let's get going. How far is this from being done? Still halfway. Still a lot of stuff coming in here. Okay, that's fine. So we are progressing quite nicely here. We should be very soon we should be able to make this work. Now, what we will need to have with all of these things, of course, is electricity. We'll need... okay, so electricity... This is seemingly a little bit awkward. So electricity is coming through here and going into this area. And then it's going into the loop, right? So the idea with this one is that we should be able to get multiple connections in here. So if I quickly have a look, the idea was that we would be able to bring in power from... Yeah, so we could get an extra one to go out this way, and I guess we can use that to come and sort out this area. So what we might do is alternatively, what could we do here? So that one is, oh, that one's just providing some stuff, right? Let's just have a look here. If we said we wanted this, oh, actually, so we don't have that much. Yeah, it's all kind of connected up already here. That one ties in here. Yeah, so the only place where we can actually get some power off of this is over here. So I guess we'll do that. We'll build ourselves something, right? So we want some form of a switch, right? And again, what is this stuff? Large underground cable switch yard. I'm not sure even what that's... What is this supposed to be? That's crazy. So if we go and say, let's look at something like, what is this? Look at this thing. It's interesting. So it's, I mean, obviously gives you a little bit more to kind of work with. But, yeah, not so much what I'm interested in. Now, what we want to do is we want to be able to split off some stuff here, right? So potentially what we do is we maybe do something like this, whereby we can bring in power from here or from elsewhere as well. So let's, yeah, I guess something like this is probably okay. So we'll do something like that. We'll get started on the construction of that. Don't do this one. Cancel. Okay, we'll just do that. We'll pay for that one. Okay, now we will bring in some cabling, right? So if we go to the electricity, we'll grab the big line here. Now the idea is that we'll run it from here. Now, of course, this seems to be... The other alignment is not built yet, right? And we can't go deeper or anything to... Oh, we can. So if we did this, we should be able to get out of here and maneuver it up here, right? Let's just do that. Bring it back. Bring it up here and bring it in there. And we're not... Wow, look at that, 1.7 million. No, we'll get the crews to start building it. So they can start building that. So at least we're bringing in some level of electricity here. And then what we'll do is we will bring in the kind of normal... this kind of arrangement, right? Is this the plan? Yeah... Oh, we don't have a free... Okay, fine. It's going to come to this side then, right? Don't have a free excavator. Really? This area is that problematic? Okay. I obviously don't want to build it there. I mean, we can build it here. Maybe here is okay, right? Maybe we can build it we'll just build it in this location right here. That should be fine. We can start our construction process. I'll pay for that, and so the crews can start doing the rest. Okay, so now we can bring in our cabling. Grab the big ticket item there. We'll go underground, and the idea is... I think it really matters which one we tie off of, but I guess we'll tie off of this one. And we'll do something like that, okay? So we can make a start on that construction also, and that gives us power that we can distribute into these areas. Okay. Wow, lots of construction happening over here. Now, what we want is, we probably want numerous... items. Okay, so maybe that's a good starting point. We'll have one of them over here. And then similarly, maybe, yeah, maybe this spot. Yeah, this spot right over here might do the trick as well. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's make sure to provide some tie-in points. I will pay for that, and what we'll do is we'll get the tie-in point over there, so at least we can kind of start our construction journey there also. So at least we'll get a few of these spots already connected. So let's grab our cabling. Okay, so one this way and maybe one this way. And we'll make a start on that as well. So at least now power will be available to these facilities once it's up and running. Do we have bus stops up here? No, we don't. So they'll have to just deliver up to the mine itself if we are bringing buses instead of trains in here. But I guess the plan would be to do trains, right? That's really the plan. And thinking about trains, while we're at it, let's quickly do the signaling. So the idea here is that this is a mixed signal. Like that, and then this is a sorry, this needs to be a chain, a double chain like this. Yeah, and then this one can come in here if it's free. That's okay, yeah. And then I guess what we'll have is on this guy, we'll have just mixed here. Something like that, really. Yeah, I think that'll be okay, right? That'll be okay. Okay, now water and sewage for this area. Sewage, I think we'll just do our very own sewage connection down, right? So sewage is running in here, but we'll just do. Yeah, we don't necessarily need to, but the water will run. I guess we'll run the water up this way. And then we'll run water up this side. Okay, fine. So water is that. Sewage, we'll just need to see how we go down this hill. It should be pretty straightforward to run sewage down here through here. Okay, so let's actually maybe make a start on that. So let's look at that. We'll keep ourselves. So we would like some sewage switches, right? Pumps, switches. So I think the idea would be something like this, right? Yeah, that's the plan. So if we do this, we do that. And I guess something like this. Yeah, I guess something like that, right? That should be okay, right? Then we'll start off. We've got electricity problems now. So the idea is, right, if we run one there and then one here. Oh, that actually works pretty reasonably well. I think we'll do a little bit of this, and then if possible, I'm hoping it's possible, we'll tie in. We'll kind of run that and that, right? So I guess that, yeah, so let's make a start on that. That should be pretty good. We can do, I guess, another one somewhere over here, right? So if we grab... Citizen happiness is too low. We need to be a little bit cautious about that. What is that? Let's just have a look where that is. It continues to be this area, and it continues to hover. Some of them hover around. But it's just like the one, right? These are in the 70s. And then there's one here in 52. And I do wonder. I'm still amazed at these unhappiness figures. Broadly speaking, the the city is happy, right? They're at 82% happiness. I mean, you can really not ask for much more than that. Okay, let's just go back to getting our sewage stuff done. So if we did this, will that work? Now we're not getting proper slope, really? Ah, okay. That may be a problem then. Maybe then... I didn't think we're going to have issues here. My goodness, the sheer volume of these things. I cannot take it anymore. Okay, fine. Where is it? Oh, not enough wardens. Now, where's the electricity issue? Okay, what's going on? Let's just pause because something is funny. Where do we not have electricity? Here we don't have any workers, right? That's our issue. As simple as that, right? Now there's workers, right? So that those should stop. Oh, what is this? What on earth is this? What was this? Oh my goodness. I had no idea this was happening. Okay, well let's clear this. So I guess I've no idea what it was doing. I'm pretty sure it was moving waste, right? I'm pretty sure it was moving waste. I'm not going to do that. Let's just continue construction and we'll get whoever is closest to come and build this again. I'm not sure it's that devastating to us, but, you know, it's one of those things that we may find out a little bit later. Okay, back to our sewage issue. We also have some spots available here for some firefighters, which would be good to have. I am wondering if we do... Now we're already doing that through here, and we've got other tunnels. Just go underground again. So somehow this guy doesn't like that piece of infrastructure. Now that one can be redone, I think, much more so than the sewage, for instance. Sewage in here, though, cannot have an access point, so it will need to be here. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll quickly remove the power line. Actually, maybe we just do... I don't know if that's going to work. Anyway, let's back to the sewage quickly. So with that one there, now I believe this should work, right? There we go. So that's going to be just fine. And now what we do is we put it back, right? Well, let's just say... Well, go back to the sewage ever so quickly. We'll start that. And then we go to the power. We'll grab ourselves some power lines and we'll... tie this one through here, right? Yeah, okay, so that doesn't quite want to work, so let's bring it back a little bit more. And I guess the intent is that we'll just run it straight through there, right? So now it's through there, and we'll do that. So now it'll work. Okay, so now we've got some sewage stuff running through there. Now we also want to do a little bit of water, which is still in this location. So let's just grab ourselves the water pieces. What am I doing? I am using, I think this one, right? No, the other one, the bigger one. This is the one. We'll continue to run the bigger one. All right, and so the idea is we divert it into this direction. And then we run it maybe alongside here, right? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good use of that space, to be honest. Okay, now let's do that. So let's try and... So where are we tying in from? We're tying in from this side. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty good. And we'll do the second one there. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we'll do same thing over here. Yeah, that's a nice little tie-in point there. And we'll do that one over there. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Now this stretch through here. Yeah, that seems to be working. And the next one over. And this one here. Can we tighten that up a bit? Well, maybe not, but anyway, it's okay. That is okay. So that will work, and then we can start construction activities on that. So let's get rid of all of these guys, and we'll quickly see all of these contour lines, and then we'll make sure we've got some pathways here so that we can start construction activities. Okay, all of that should work, and then just this guy needs a bit of attention. Okay, now let's have a look at assigning some construction. Lesser construction, so let's do this. Let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. Oh, we need to provide some paths to all of these things, so let's do those. So put me one, give me one there, give me one there. We'll do a tie-in over here, over there. And I guess over here as well. And that should be pretty much everything, right? So let's quickly go back, try and get our construction crews to work on all of this stuff. Okay, so that gives us this. Water, sewage, power is underway. Can we assign some construction activities here as well? Good. So now all of that's underway. So we should be able to do... So now the transmission lines are under construction, and we can go from there. This is already done. This is done as well. These are done. This is all done. So we are super duper. Why is this thing taking so long? Oh, no, it's almost done. It's almost done. How are our tunnels looking here? Tunnels are close. I will fund the construction of that. This is already done. If we go underground, these tunnels are completed. Let me pay for that one. Don't want to necessarily not have access to a tunnel there. And this one is not actually doing anything. Let's pay for that one. Go over here. This is all done. So now at least we can bring in practically everything we need in these ones. So once our transmission lines are in, and we can do the basics. So let's get the power distribution options. My goodness, this is... Oh yeah, I've already done that. Okay, anyway, this needs to be constructed. Let's get these guys to work on it. There we go. Good. Start working on those. Now, we still need to do power and water. I mean, not power, sewage and water. So if we did do this guy, I want to make sure that we're picking up as much as we can here, really. Yeah, I guess that's going to be okay. If we do something like that, should be fine. And then we can do... Ooh, we just need to have a quick look and have this at a reasonable level. Yeah, plus we need obviously to... I guess that should be okay. If we just run it straight through there, that should be fine. And we'll have one just like this, really. Okay, so that should at least help us out with that a little bit. So let's quickly give them paths so they can get constructed. And we've got one up here as well. Okay. Yeah, that should work quite well. Okay, get ourselves underground and do this component here. Yep, I thought that would be pretty good. I'm hoping this can work. Yep, fine, that can work. And this one should be okay. Perfect. So let's assign that. Get out of here. Don't do this one. What am I doing? Okay, get Okay, there we go. Now, get some construction going. Was a stubby range. So come up here and come and build all of this stuff, right? Or come and help at least. Come and help the construction activities here, please. Okay, good. There we go. So that should be quite useful. And try and get some more of this stuff built. The train station is now built. So we can now deliver some workers over here. So we are super close to getting cracking on this. Once we've got nuclear fuel, we can sell that, and then our money would just go through the ceiling, and we can use that money, of course, to continue our construction and pay for workers to come and do things a little bit quicker. How is this going? Oh, these guys are in place and ready to go, so we should have good amounts of workers here ready to take on new activities. How is our internal park looking? Yeah, I like it. That's good. That's good. That is a good number. Oh, what I wanted to check here, right, is that is over, but this one is not. Okay, so I guess that should be there or thereabouts. There's still some capacity over here, though. These guys should all be fine. Let's quickly go and have a look at our... I need to do the water still, right? Let's just quickly come and pop in here. Who's doing what here? Did we manage to have any vehicles we can make use of? Not really. So bring in this guy again up there. Got none of these vehicles left anyway. No buses, nothing. We'll do something like this. Any... Yeah, we need dumpers. Do we need dumpers? I don't know if we need the dumpers. Any refrigerator trucks still available? Yeah, there's still refrigerator trucks over here. So I guess then the next one we bring in is something like that. Okay. So let's do that. We've got a few of these guys, so that's okay. We'll continue on that journey where we try and get all of our vehicles done. Okay, what's next? What's next? Oh, water. Water was the next one. The next one was water. So we did provide a reasonable kind of water infrastructure in this area. Now, obviously, we need to provide water up all the way up here. So something like that's really what we're going to do. And I guess at the same time we could do something like this, right? And then from here we'll just do a smaller version of this, right? So we'll tie off here, and we'll tie it into that location. So I guess that should be okay. We should be okay with this. There's other options there as well. So anyway, that should at least help us out with the basics. Okay, let's go underground here. Okay, so that's okay. We've got this one to tie in here, and then we'll grab this one. Why is that one being so funny? There we go. There we go. So that should be okay. Okay, so that will give us the basics on this side. Let's just do something on this side also. I'll kind of do this one here, and we'll just do a tie-in point like that, and then we'll need maybe, yeah, I guess a little something over here. Should be fine. Should be fine. We'll tie it in like that. And there we go. So let's clear out all of this stuff, and we'll quickly make sure all of these things are accessible. Direct is okay for now. Over here we'll tie them together, tie it in there, and over there we'll tie it in like so. Excellent. Now things should be constructible. Vasistavi? Yeah, we'll get Vasistavi to come and help on this. Oh, winter is coming. Is there anybody else we can get on this? We can get some helicopters out here. They can help. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Fine. Anybody else? Lesser, just lesser more broadly. They can certainly start some work here. Lots of construction crews that we're bringing in. Okay, so that should put us in a place where we can start. We can switch this thing on, hopefully, in the next episode. We're continuing to get this issue, and yes, it's again at Vasistavi where we're just slowly struggling to get all of these things done. And I guess electronics continues to be the thing that is happening. Let's pause it for a second. Currently without power. Are we seeing more of that happening? Sewage tank is overflowing. It must be due to power. Okay, okay, okay. Let's have a quick let's just have a quick look at what's going on over here. Give me this, and give me the sewage flow, please. And then we'll go underground and is it a matter of this thing not working, or what's it? Let's just have a look here. It is massively overflowing. So where is your sewage going? Let's just figure that one out first. You're going over this way, and you're going into the other direction, right? Oh, okay. So, but here we shouldn't have any issues with sewage, right? These are all working. So the issue is really the sewage running into that direction. So what we could do is we could just get some additional support for sewage going this way. So what is the issue here? That means all of this stuff has got sewage issues as well, right? Not super duper, but there is some. Okay, so maybe the issue isn't as bad. We just need to maybe expand a little bit on what we're offering over here. So let's quickly see if we go. Oh, there's the... Okay, we should be able to do some extra sewage work in here, right? Let's quickly add something. We'll just pay for it so that we try and alleviate the pressure off the sewage network just a tad. Wow, look at this guy. Picking up sewage everywhere. Let's do it there, right? And then we grab ourselves a sewage pipe. We'll go underground and we'll just tie you in like so. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and build this one. And hopefully that means we will not have too hard a time with the sewage side of things. Yeah, I think that's okay. What we'll do is we'll add one more somewhere over here, and we'll run that one. Maybe just one more somewhere over here, and we'll run it directly in here. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Just to add, have another little pressure point where we just try and alleviate that a bit. Okay, so I think that should do the trick, and hopefully, I didn't quite check whether it could work. Yeah, that should be okay. So we'll go ahead and pay for that. We'll go ahead and pay for this one. We'll pop upstairs and we'll give it, well, pop out of that. Okay, and now I guess if we look at this guy, it's also working. And so now the sewage issue here should be resolved. Yeah, it's all resolved here. So was that maybe part of the problem? I don't know. We're still having a power issue though. So let's quickly have a look at power. So if we go back over here and say now maybe power, it doesn't seem to be a big problem elsewhere, right? It's just here. So if we no, don't do that. Let's just find these guys, right? The this stuff here, right? So that's 100%. So I think we're supposed to have done a reasonable job, right? So this one is at 100% providing. Ah, we've got the extra one here that's never actually been built, right? Also doesn't have any connectivity to it. This guy's at 99, and that's potentially what the issue is here. And then that guy is at 134. Yeah, this is the issue, right? So, and I guess where is the rest of our power distribution? We do have some power distribution over here. What does this guy look like? Okay, fine. So I guess we just need to run an extra cable from over here to that facility there, and that should hopefully resolve some of our issues. We safeguarded ourselves a little bit for this one, I think. So if we just go back underground and we look to tie that in. There we go. I will pay the money for that. That's okay. And at the same time, I will pay the money for this one. And just double check that it is in fact connected. Fine. So now this guy is at 88%. It's without power at the moment, but hopefully once that's in, that will resolve some of our issues here. Excellent. So I think that will take some of the pressure off. Where are you getting your power from? From these two. Let's look at this guy. This guy's over, and this guy is over as well. Okay, so where else do we have power? Can we... Let's just see. So this is power running out into this direction. This guy is... got no tie-ins here. Let's just look at power from this side. Oh, we've got some power availability here. So let's just add an extra power slot kind of somewhere up here. And that should hopefully resolve some of these items here. So let's just add one more and bring it in power from that side. This guy does have capacity, right? Seems like there should be. I'm not very good at eyeing those things. But if we were to just do maybe something like that, hopefully that spreads the load a little bit more. I'm happy to kind of tie this one in here, and then we'll just give that one a bit of a connection up here. And in there, and we'll go ahead and pay for that. We'll go up here and we will pay for this one once our money is better. Now hopefully that means we'll have better distribution. Oh yeah, we're waiting on this guy. Once that's up and running, this whole thing is over, I think. Yeah, so we're not necessarily getting sufficient power in here, but I think it's looking a little healthier than it used to be. I wonder if that was what was causing the unhappiness here. I'm not sure still. But yeah, we do need to... Anyway, the power is something that will resolve with some proper stuff here. This is all built. Okay, guys, I am going to put an end to this episode. In the next episode, we will finalize the distribution activities, and we will bring in our first train of workers to come and sort this out. So now we should have reasonable amounts of workers here ready to potentially support us. Plus, we'll obviously expand this even more to get to a point where that is useful. Okay. Ready for workers is what I think we are. Okay, perfect. I'll see you in the next one. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. Bye-bye.